In this video, we're going to find out if the Atari 2600 or the video computer system is still a good console. Like 47 odd years later. Now, this is a light sixer Woody from, I believe, well, this is a pound model, so it's probably from the very early 1980s when Ingersoll got the license to put out Atari crap in the UK. There is also a heavy sixer. The sides are more rounded here. The light sixers are the most common model you can find, as well as the juniors. There's also the Darth Vader from 1982, which has 4 switches in the front. These difficulty switches are on the back instead, and it has a black paneling instead of the wooden finish, which I actually prefer because your mum. This is the original power supply. As you can see, mine is broken, and this is the sticker that was on it. It fell off. As you can see, Ingersoll, not Atari, Ingersoll had the license to manufacture and release Ataris in the UK in the really early 80s, before Atari, I think, did it in Ireland, all over Europe. Oh yeah, also, this isn't legal anymore, I think, mainly because safety standards, there's no covers on the prongs. This is the power supply I have now. As you can see, it's got tape over it, mainly because it's got a really annoying blue light, which when I'm trying to go to sleep, it flashes on the wall and it reflects over the bloody room, and that is quite annoying, so I just sellotaped it up. Another thing of note, if you've never had an Atari before, the RF cable, or the aerial lead, whatever, the Belling lead collector, is hardwired. It's inside the actual console, and you could integrate and replace it, and you could do that on the 2600 Junior. That had a normal RF thing that you could just take out, like the Sega Master System 2, I suppose, but this is hardwired in. Speaking of Sega, Mega Drive controllers do actually fit in the Atari. You can see that right there. The B button is fire and that controls, obviously. Alright, enough waffle, now onto the actual games. Starting with the original packing title, Combat. Right, this is Combat. It is a 2-player game, really, that needs 2 controllers to function and a second player. Unfortunately, I don't have any friends right here to play it with, so it is quite dead. Player 2 controller, this is where the term tank controls comes from, because you're controlling a tank. Slightly more tolerable than WC3E. This is the whole game. It also has different modes by hitting game select. That's tank pong, invisible. Then you've got biplanes, I think this is, where you're controlling a plane instead of a tank. Come on, let me just shoot the bloody geezer. Also, one thing to mention is that a lot of early Atari games like this have black and white, because black and white TVs were still very popular in the late 70s and early 80s. By around 1982, that is when they stopped. 1982, 1983, I think that is when they stopped doing this on a lot of games. The next game we're going to look at is one of the killer apps on the Atari 2600, Space Invaders. This was also one of the first, if not the first, home arcade port. Right, listen, I don't need to explain what the hell Space Invaders is. Everyone knows what it is. It's a game where you shoot the invaders. See? This is what it's all about. This is actually a really good port of Space Invaders as well, especially for the time. I mean, the Atari was designed to play stuff like Combat and Pong, not Space Invaders. I mean, I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's true. Next game, let's go. Now we're going to look at one of the biggest arcade hits of the 1980s, and also the best-selling game on the console, Pac-Man. I mean, if it's the best-selling game on the console, it must be really good, right? Let's Let's find out. This is also one of the games where you can hit fire to start. Well, everyone's beaten this game to death at this point. It's not bad. It's nowhere near as bad as people say it is. But it's not good. Like, it's mediocre. Like, it is a perfectly servable version of Pac-Man. Like, it gets the job done. I'm better at this than the arcade version. That is very embarrassing, actually. The fact that I'm better at this than actual proper Pac-Man. I quite like this game. It's not good by any means, but we all have our guilty pleasures in life. When I was younger, I thought Bubsy 3D was legitimately good because I was dropped on the head. So, yeah. Pac-Man, not good, but it's nowhere near as bad as people say it is. You know, for comparison's sake, why don't we play with Pac-Man's wife? This is what a year's difference can make. That is really loud, sorry. This is 10 times better than the original Pac-Man. For Atari, at least. I mean, Miss Pac-Man moves. I just ran into a ghost because I'm not paying attention. But, I mean, it's got everything. I mean, I'll try and get to 500 points, I think, so you can see the fruit pop up. You can see it up around there. Instead of being a weird block of vitamin, I'm not paying attention. Yeah, but this is actually a pretty good port of the game. Like, especially for the time, like 1982, 1983. Yeah, it's really good. Let's round out the Pac trilogy with Junior Pac-Man. Alright, let's press B. And as you can tell, this is also a significant improvement over Miss Pac-Man. The maze scrolls. Also, this version is really difficult, like, especially compared to Miss and especially original Atari Pac-Man. I suck at this. Like, I'm awful at this version. It's a really good technical feat for the console, yes, but I'm horrible at it. Now it's time for the personal favourite time. Our first game. It's no surprise if you know me at all, in person or online, it's Mario Brothers, one of my favourites. I've always loved Mario. This was one of the first games I had to get from my Atari back in 2021. This is actually a pretty good port as well. Like, it's really, really, really good. I don't care what anyone says, this is damn good. It's also got multiplayer. Hang on, game 2. I don't have a second controller plugged in, but that is definitely Luigi. I'm gonna let Luigi have his time. Just look at him now. I'm a go. Oh, what? Oh, you still alive? Oh no, what? I thought you still alive. Nah, whatever. I haven't played this game in 2-player in years, mainly because no one wants to play Atari with me. Now it's time for my favourite game on the system, and possibly one of the best. If you've never seen this game before, it will blow your mind. God damn it, it's Pitfall 2, bruv. This is Pitfall 2. It's got background music. This game has extra chips in the cartridge just to get it to work properly. It is that beast. It's got background music, scrolling, like parallax. This game is mental. Hello, Dad! Yeah. Yay! I really like this game. It's really fun and very impressive too. So, is the Atari 2600 still a good console in 2024? Yes, because you can do this! No, wait, hang on. Yeah!